Hello, everybody. It's RM from Positive Fandom. I hope you all are well. I decided to do a short stream today, just off the top of my head, because I've been so excited and mesmerized by the turnaround that I am noticing in the Ahsoka series. So, guys, I do want to mention that there will be a spoiler for this. I have the spoiler ticker going on down there. So if you haven't seen Ahsoka episode 4 for season 1 and you want to be surprised, don't watch this yet. Watch it after you've seen Ahsoka episode 4 for season 1. So I do want to mention this. There's going to be spoilers. There will be spoilers. I don't have to have the ticker going down there. I could just have a regular banner like this. I don't know. The ticker does kind of feel like something's going on though, doesn't it? If I just show it this way, or if I go in here and I edit it so it doesn't scroll across the bottom. I hope that doesn't fall down. So it doesn't scroll. It'll just show it at the bottom big. Yeah, it's pretty much, I want to talk about something that I noticed, and of course we get a hint of what may be happening. Certainly it's not a spoiler to say that Sabine is harboring feelings and, she misses Ezra. This is not a surprise. That's not a spoiler for me to say that. She was very clear. You could see her watching his video while she was in his quarters. And we did see that, guys. I have literally just 30 minutes to do this. I hope I can do this. I'm on my lunch break. I got my lunch here. And I start very early in the morning for work. So I'm officially on a lunch break. So technically speaking, I'm off the clock for right now. But I did want to talk a little bit about this because of what happened regarding Sabine. And essentially, guys, I'm going to start the spoiler now. So it's your chance to kind of walk away. Just walk away if you haven't seen this episode yet. I do also want to mention that the Star Wars website did post a picture that had a huge spoiler on it. I'm not quite sure whether they were aware that they were putting a spoiler in it. For some people, unfortunately, there was a picture on the Star Wars website that had a spoiler. So if you don't want to be surprised about what I'm saying and talk about, right now's the time to lead the broadcast. As Thor Skywalker would say, just walk away. All right. So why am I doing this quick video? I'm doing it because of essentially what the title says, what Sabine did for love. And essentially, it's not a surprise. That's not a spoiler. We know Sabine has feelings for Ezra. We could see she hangs out in his room where he used to live and is essentially there because she pines over him. She cares about him. They said that he views her as a sister. But I like to think that there's a little something more because, oh my goodness, guys, can you imagine being given the choice between all out total war or is seeing the man that you care about once again? And I believe that she is in love with Ezra and she wants to be with Ezra. And this is the love of her life. And I think that was indicated by what we saw here. So continuing on, I have to say, I know what my choice would be. And that's exactly what I want to talk about right now, as I kind of just do a little brief commentary about Ahsoka season 4. And I just think it's so interesting because early in the season, I had talked about how amazing Ray Stevenson was and, how he's stunning and amazing and how I absolutely love him. And he is. He's compelling as a character. And as far as I'm concerned, I would follow him to the ends of the earth, which is what I had said. I said I would hop on the back of his motorcycle, wrap my arms around him, and just go for the ride, no matter what. And hello, Brogu, to you. Brogu, I sure hope you did see the episode. I am going to be just talking just a little spoiler. Obviously, this is a love spoiler, Brogu. I'm talking about love and all those good things that love, what you won't do for love, Brogu. Good to see you today. Yes, I would follow Ray Stevenson to the ends of the galaxy and maybe even into another galaxy. Little did I know that comment was pretty much a prediction of what actually does happen. And mind you, I don't think he was the complete catalyst of all this, but he certainly was a very important mediary. And I find that absolutely intriguing that in addition to her strongly desiring to be with Ezra, it was so incredibly satisfying to see Balin say, I know you want to see him again. And it was just, oh, it was so good. Yes. Thank you so much, Brogu. I have a limited amount of time. I'm on my lunch break, guys. You know how this goes. I already used up 5 minutes. I only have a short period of time. And, I think season 1, episode 4, where we see Sabine and Ahsoka kind of trapped on this planet, trying to fix their ship. And it's, of course, it's on the same planet as Ray Stevenson's character, and Elsbeth and his apprentice is there. Obviously we know that, they're trying to get the coordinates and all that stuff. And we've all been saying we want to see more emotion from Ahsoka and kind of get to know exactly what's going on in her mind. And I had always said the reason why we don't necessarily see a lot of that in shows in general is because Force users actually communicate without talking. Remember that episode where Ahsoka had communicated with Grogu? Grogu, do you remember when Ahsoka communicated with Grogu? And they didn't talk? I would have paid $1 million to find out what they were saying in that episode, just to see what they were saying. But I'm pretty sure, at least, that Force users may not even talk very much. I don't know if this is true or not, because they don't have to. They can communicate, and good for them. I thought that was very interesting. But, we don't have the ability to communicate like that. So as a fan and looking at the show, we just want to know what they're thinking. Someone has to say it or show it to us. So I guess it wasn't necessarily a huge surprise that she was quiet, but I did want to know kind of what she was thinking. And I think we got that in this episode. And to be honest with you, when Ahsoka made that comment, it absolutely sent chills down my spine. Oh, you do remember that? I love you, Brogu. I know, right? You remember it. Oh, it's so good. And I have to say, my heart rate increased when I heard her say those prophetic words, which I am paraphrasing. Sabine, I can count on you, right? And it was as good as your favorite ABC after school special. It was as good as any show you've ever seen, because we knew exactly what was going to happen. And my heart still jumps a little beat with excitement, knowing and feeling that enthusiasm of what happened. But I'm not going to beat around the bush. We got one of the most climactic scenes I've ever witnessed. And it's been a while, guys. I haven't been this excited since the end of The Mandalorian, when Luke picked up Grogu. Yes, your brother, Grogu. And mind you, it isn't the same situation, but it really got me. When I'm talking about what happened when Sabine had to make the choice where she was going to destroy the Wayfinder, which would mean that she might not be able to find Ezra. I mean, there was always a possibility they could find another way, but they seem to indicate that this might be it. She's been waiting for years and years and years. And, it didn't seem like Purgles were on the doorstep, although they seem to be in this planet right here. Why not communicate with one of the Purgles and say, bring me to Ezra? But that's just a fantasy, I guess. She can't do anything like that. I'm just saying, I mean, if Grogu could see the Purgles traveling in the hyperspace stream, maybe other Force users can. But I'm just putting it out there. I don't want to ruin this. You know what? She was given a choice to destroy the only way in which she could be able to find the man that she loves, that she cares about. I think she's deeply in love with him. I think it's a romantic love and not brother and sister. Or prevent a war. My goodness gracious. The love of your life is Ezra. Who knew Ezra was all that and more, everybody? Apparently Ezra is the bomb. Yes, I'm sure you do, Brogu. Apparently Ezra is the bomb, and he's the best thing ever, because Sabine did something we all kind of were hoping she would do. And that was to do anything, absolutely anything she had to do to be with her man. That's right. That's absolutely right. And you know what? I have to say, it was great seeing her go ahead and just give them the Wayfinder, not destroy it. It is a bit of irony in the sense that Balin did end up being the intermediary, but this is the best thing I've seen in so long, and the hesitation, even when she it's like, I can't do this. It was just amazing. I'm sure that they knew her relationship even before they got there. I guess that was their motivation of how they were going to conquer Ahsoka, because Ahsoka cannot fight against 3 Force users, against Balin, against his apprentice, and against Elspeth. But what was even more interesting is that Ahsoka couldn't fix this on her own. She fell off the cliff. I mean, I'm sure she's fine, but boy, thinking about this, she couldn't make it all right. That was the most realistic thing I've seen in ages. And I'm glad that that was the case. She couldn't beat the 3 Force users. But an even more interesting thing about it was seeing Elspeth's smile when she realized that the way coordinates were back on. You know, they disconnected it and they connected it, I guess, when Sabine gave them the wayfinder. And it reminded me, Elspeth's smile at that point reminded me of my favorite Disney villain, Ursula, from The Little Mermaid. And I can honestly see her saying, Sabine, you poor unfortunate soul, go ahead, take a chance, give us the wayfinder, and you'll see Ezra. But I think we all know that these deals with these Dark Force users are never what they appear to be. But it sure felt good. Now, I have to be honest with you. Sabine is no different than any other woman who would do anything to be with a man that they love. And who could blame her? I know some people might think this might be part of a major plan. Maybe she's a double agent or whatever. But I don't even really care. I think that it was great to see somebody do something for love that was impulsive and reckless, and we've seen this. And maybe Ahsoka sensed that Sabine had that recklessness inside of her, deep down inside of Sabine was a little bit of recklessness, impulsiveness. And, who's to say, I don't really think that it really matters. I think that, I don't believe that there's any double agent sort of thing. I think that Sabine honestly believes that she can go on and do whatever she needs to do to find Ezra and then get the hell out of there. But I don't think she understands these formidable foes she's up against, who she's kind of taken, this agreement, I guess. They'll probably keep her caged up. I don't think they're going to keep her around and let her roam the ships free and everything like that. So for the first time in 4 episodes now, I am hooked. I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. Now, I chose not to talk about what happens at the end, although it's not really a spoiler that I would be responsible for. StarWars.com posted a link to fans for a special fan event next week where you can view the next episode in a movie theater. And there are 10 movie theaters throughout the United States where you can do this, but they also showed something on the poster that was a spoiler. And I'm not going to talk about that because I'm kind of really, really excited about what Sabine has done and how Ahsoka's going to be handling this. Balin was fantastic, Grogu. I've got to tell you, this was so good. It felt good. And it felt good to feel good about this Ahsoka series. Ahsoka has a lot on her plate. And now, technically speaking, there might be somebody else who did what no one else would do or was a little bit more reckless for love. Maybe he can give her some advice of how to handle Sabine going forward, because you guys know that this ain't over by a long shot. I am just so excited that they went there, that they teased it, that they said it was going to be good. And this, this has been spectacular, guys. Sabine's new motto, if loving Ezra is wrong, I don't want to be right. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to be right either. I want the love of my life to be with me. And, if I have to take chances and, risks, perhaps not this one, but risks, I certainly do really accept what she's done. So guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of this series. Take a chance on this season. It's a complete turnaround for me, and I hope you guys will enjoy these episodes. And with that, I'm going to leave you all. I think what Sabine did for love, what she do for love is amazing. I hope you do too, guys. And remember, No matter where you are in the galaxy, or if you're even in another galaxy in this particular case, if you decide to go to another galaxy, wherever, always remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.